What's going on, everybody? Your man, Eric Wilson. Hey, National Scouting Combine. Today, we are talking to some of the athletes who will be attending the 2026 annual event that is the National Scouting Combine, as you know, at the Paradise Coast Sports Complex. So let me tell you about the gentleman who I'm bringing to the stage right now. First off, this man is a juggernaut as an offensive lineman. He is 6'6". He's got the power, the technique, and just the right mindset to dominate the trenches. This is my man from the Campbellsville Fighting Tigers University. My man, Dhane Montgomery, is in the building. How are you, sir? What's going on?
Good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Man, I appreciate you taking the time to be with me here today. So, hey, let's start right from the top, Dhane, man. How did you land at Campbellsville, and what's the journey been like for you so far?
So the journey's been definitely crazy. I'm from this area, from Northern Kentucky originally, small town kid. So we never had a lot of looks at our high school of that area, and I was just seeking an opportunity to play ball after high school. My dad's actually alumni at this university, so I had connections growing up. I had a few looks in the area, but something about Campbellsville just felt special. I felt like this is where my calling was. The journey has been insane. Like I said, our first two seasons were definitely downhill, struggling, and we had a coaching change going into my junior year. Jake Russell took over the program. He was a former alumni here, quarterback coach, and I just had to trust the process, trust what he was saying. Really buy into the new scheme of things. We had very few guys that were here before in the program stay here. So it was one of those things where I put my mind let's do something special here. And if you follow NAIA, you see this year we really turned this program around, got it going in the right direction. Built on the backs of all these upperclassmen we had this year. Just developing culture again, and a culture reset within the program is what we had to have, but it's led to success that I know will build on in the future for this university.
My brother, that's awesome. So let's get into some of the responsibilities or the role or the mindset specifically on the offensive line that you have. So you stepped in at tackle mid-season when called upon. Talk to me about what was going on through your mind in that moment, and how did you mentally and also physically prepare to take on that challenge?
Yeah, so growing up, I did all three sports. Had a mindset: stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's one thing that's always just been instilled in me. And so, like you said, I've played every spot. I've started a game at every single spot except for center. So at the time, this was last year, I was left tackle. And, in the football world, changing sides isn't the easiest thing, but it's something that me and my coach have just talked about. I'm always willing to do what's best for the team. And at that time, that was going to right tackle. The opening happened, and we had some shake around, and there weren't very many options there. And so had to leave what I know, reteach myself there at right tackle, and stepped in and do the job last year, and then continued this year at right tackle and played it best. So
I love that because it talks about, your diversity, being able to reposition yourself, if you will, but be able to adapt very quickly. So talk to me about how you've adjusted or upgraded, if you will, your training as you aim higher, for the pro consideration and that high level competition, especially given the physical demands that are on the O-line guys. Because as we know, offensive linemen don't get a lot of love, but they got to put in a lot of the work, man.
Yeah, so one thing is just keeping my body in shape, playing for all positions. As a guard, most of your guards are normally run heavy. Your tackles are your athletic guys. So for me, it's been trying to find a balance to work there. I'm a bigger guy, like you had mentioned earlier, but getting out in space, being able to move is one of my strengths. So even though I'm on the heavy side, I can compete as well at tackle as I can at guard. Staying in the playbook, knowing all positions, because it helps you even at your position. If you know what the center's supposed to do compared to what the backside guard's supposed to do, you're able to make adjustments when you get different formations, different stuff you haven't been able to expect or see on film. When you know what your brother's up there doing on the line, it just helps you out in the long run. And then also, like I said, just keeping your body prepared. You're going to be in contact no matter what position you are on the line, but staying honed in on your craft. Your sets are different at tackle than they are at guard. So for me, the off season was really, this year was more position focused. Knew I was going to be the starting right tackle, focusing on that craft, but also you can't let your other skills go to the wayside there. You got to stay honed on your craft, working both sides of pass sets, both sides of run blocks.
All right, so let's talk about it because you mentioned it earlier. As part of a Fighting Tigers team that's been climbing in the NAIA rankings, how does it feel to be a part of that momentum?
Yeah, it feels something special that I hold dear to my heart. Just because I'll be honest, we were at rock bottom my first 2 years here. And it was something that was really challenging to me, especially today's culture with the transfer portal and all that. It would have been easy to throw in the towel like a lot of guys did and go somewhere that has a steady culture. But for me, it was just like, my feet are here. Stay where your feet are. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I just really had to buy in. Like I said, Coach Russell came and really great man, but also a great coach, developed this thing back. And this year especially, just great to see it through. We had one of our games, and I was on the sideline just looking up at our crowd, and it was just something so special to me because I remember being at rock bottom, and now we're at the top. We're a competitive team, competitive in the NAIA, made it to the second round of playoffs this year. So it's just something really special that I've been able to say that I was a huge part in building. I'm a fifth year, or this year was my fifth year, and me and one other guy, so two of us total, are the only ones that stuck it through to play the fifth year for my original class. So it was something that was really special to me.
Man, that's great. All right, so you are attending our annual event that is the National Scouting Combine in Naples, Florida. So when coaches and scouts and people are watching you, what's the one trait about Dhane Montgomery you want them to remember above everything else?
I'm versatile. I can do it all. You'll see me get out and run in space, and you'll also see me be able to throw some bodies in the trenches. No matter it's on the left side or it's on the right side, you're going to get a rock solid player.
All right. So I've got some rapid fire questions here for you. So let me pull you back up on the screen here with me. All right. So rapid fire. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Favorite memory at Campbellsville so far?
Beating Lindsey Wilson this year.
Okay. Hardest position you've ever blocked, and why was it tough?
Defensive tackles that are in a one. Just because it's such a long block, and if you don't get it, it blows the play up.
All right. How do you mentally lock in before a game?
Put my headphones in, do a daily devotion, get right with God, and go compete.
Give me one word that describes your mindset this season.
Sacrifice.
All right. Last one. You talked about it. So either you can give me your pregame meal or give me what's on your playlist.
My playlist is very diverse. It goes from everything. We start at worship as we do our pregame walk the field. Do the same routine. I'm a routine guy. Every game's the same concept, no matter where we're at. And then we kind of shift into some skillet, some hard rock, and then a little bit of rap as game time gets closer. Put some heavy stuff on.
I feel that. All right. Hey, Dhane Montgomery, thank you so much for joining me here today, man. I look forward to meeting you, talking to you more. And as I tell all the athletes who come to the National Scouting Combine, man, get your mind right, get your body right, but most importantly, be prepared to show up and show out. Thank you so much for your time, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, stay tuned. I got definitely more athletes coming to the table, just having a conversation with them about the annual event that is the National Scouting Combine and giving them an opportunity to talk about their journey and why they love this game so much. Everybody stay blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.